next time. Well, here we go again. It's another exciting episode of Barbary Coast Adventures, and this time we're headed down to New Zealand. It's going to be great. We're going to trek all over the South Island for a few episodes. The beauty of this is Air New Zealand set up a brand new non-stop flight from San Francisco down to Auckland, so it's going to be smooth sailing. New Zealand is a land of incredible beauty and pristine environment, with nearly a third of the country designated as protected conservation land. Its two main islands combine to form a land area about the size of California, but with a population of just 4 million people. And with only a quarter of these living on the sizable South Island, you can often find yourself in this remote destination, surrounded by breathtaking scenery, with no one else in sight. New Zealand has the distinction of being one of the last areas of the globe to be settled by humans. Eons of unspoiled isolation have given this land an environment and character that is truly one of a kind. Diverse life, pure waters, lush vegetation, not one poisonous plant or dangerous animal to be found. New Zealand is paradise. Day 2 on the track, and it's time to get out on the water. Leanne, a Maori descendant and veteran kayak guide, will be leading this leg of the journey, which begins with a tour of the jewel-colored waters of Awaroa Bay.
I feel quite affiliated with water. I'm quite biased. I feel that the best way to see the Abel Tasman is by water, because I'm so comfortable in the kayak, and I like to share that experience with other people. Yes, this is my office. And the interesting thing about Torrens Bay Lagoon is that the tidal range is quite large. We have a window of opportunity to come in here 3 hours either side of high tide. So at low tide, basically all of this water disappears and it becomes part of the Abel Tasman Coastal Track. So we can see this marker here to our right. That marker indicates the coastal track for walkers. So in another 6 hours, there'll be people walking through this estuary, which is quite interesting.
I can say, honestly, this is the first time I've actually paddled on a hiking trail.
Yeah, that's right.
After 3 days of trekking New Zealand's coastline near Nelson, I headed to the interior for another Kiwi experience. Here on the South Island, sheep are always easy to spot. And amid the pastures, you can find a type of New Zealand getaway called a farmstay, which is a bed and breakfast on a working farm. The lodge at Paratio Farms offers much more than your average B&B, as I was about to find out. Take it easy. This resort, which is about a 45-minute drive, or a quick helicopter flight, from Nelson, is a luxurious getaway. One of the lodge's most distinctive features is its decor.
This lodge has a wonderful art collection. Robert and Sally Hunt, the owners, have been collecting art for 35 years. They have a wonderful international art collection housed around the lodge, but they now only collect New Zealand art, and especially Nelson art. We have over 400 full-time artists in the region. Some of the sculptures we have outside, one of them is by Jeff Thompson, and it's actually offcuts from the roof. The whole roof is made of copper. And he's used some of the offcuts and turned them into sculptures. It's pretty neat.
The lodge at Paratio Farms, known for its beauty and extensive art collection, also boasts a fantastic kitchen. Award-winning chef Matt Tingey loves the creative freedom he has here, redesigning the menu daily to suit his guests' individual tastes.
The way I like to cook is very simple. Just clean, fresh ingredients. I think a fresh product really needs less work from the chef. I think a fresh product really does promote itself. and just for a little flair and creativity, we can bring it up to the level that Paratiho sort of strives to meet. I talked to Jeff, our sommelier, quite extensively in terms of what character the wine has, and then we talk about what characters my food have, and we just nut it out together and work out if the wine's sweet, try and maybe have a more of a savoury product to bring out the sweetness in the wine, or if we have a sweet product, we use a drier wine.
Good one. Clean finish.
Sold.
I'm very excited to be here and looking forward to what you have on the menu today.
Well, it's nice to have you here, Chris. I thought we'd kick it off with a little monkfish. It's caught locally, got off the boat this morning. We're doing a little Eastern style cashew and lime paste, done in rice paper, and we'll serve it with a little black vinegar. So to hit it off, I'll get you to make that cashew paste and I'll start on the fish. I'll chop some coriander for you.
So we just dry roast it?
Okay. We just whack it in.
Is this roasted with any seasonings?
Just salt and pepper. Lightly toasted cashews. Fresh coriander, I believe you call it cilantro, is that right?
Yes, we do.
Add your rice paper in your water, Chris.
Okay.
One sheet at a time.
And why one at a time?
If you put them in all together, you'll have one big lump of rice paper, and we need the individual sheets to wrap the fish. Make sure there's water around each sheet as you put it in, and then that'll soak for about a minute, and that'll soften up enough for us to roll our fish. You get your limes into there, I'll sort the fish out.
Okay. Is there a good technique to use when you're zesting?
Yeah, top of the lime to the bottom, all the way around.
Wait, I gotta make sure, is this the top or is this the top?
Grab it like that and just pull it the length of the line, just like that. Right, this is the monkfish. I'm just going to cut that into strips, ready to stuff with your paste. So I'm just going to put it into some nice, even strips that we can put your paste on and wrap into the rice paper ready for cooking.
I don't believe I've ever had monkfish before. What's it like?
Well, monkfish, they call it the poor man's lobster. It's very similar in that consistency. It's a bottom dweller. It's also known as stargazer because it lives in the stones and things swim over the top of it. Right, now we've got all that done, we'll get onto that. So if you want to put your lime juice in and your tomato chili jam, and then we'll load that paste up onto the fish and get it ready for wrapping.
How much of this would you like me to put in?
The juice of all 3 limes.
You've got it. What's in this sauce, Chef?
It's tomato chili jam. It's just a reduction of garlic, ginger, fresh tomatoes, some red white vinegar, fish sauce, very much cooked like a jam, and just finished with coriander. Right, this paste is really good and sticky, Chris. Great. So you just want to put that onto each piece of fish. Just not too much, but just enough there for a bit of texture. You want to finish that, and I'll get the rice paper ready.
You got it.
And the trick to this is you just got to pat dry each sheet before you use it.
How long do you let that soak?
Oh, about a minute, really. It's quite fragile, so you have to be a little delicate. Try not to tear it. You just pat that dry. You got one ready for me there, Chef?
Yeah, I sure do.
Great, right at the top.
Right there. There
Yeah,
you go.
that's great. Just move them up. Then you just simply pack that in tight. When you get about halfway, you've got to think about bringing your ends over. So just like that. And just keep tension on it when you wrap it. Simple as that.
Ah, it looks great.
So just put those in there, Chris. Give them about 3 to 4 minutes to the golden brown.
Is there a particular kind of oil that you're using?
That's a grapeseed oil. It's good and healthy, and it gets to a higher temperature to help the cooking. So, and then we serve it with our sweetened black vinegar, a little tiny salad of Asian greens, and there's a little pickled ginger and spring onions in there just to help give a background flavour in the black vinegar. You pass us those ones that we've done there. And it's very nice and simple. And we just simply do that, and that's a very fresh, clean, local starter.
It looks delicious.
Bon appetit.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Chef, and thank you all for this great meal. I'm afraid that's it for this week. You'll have to join us next time on another episode of Barbary Coast Adventures. We'll see you then. Shall we then?
Yes.
All right.